Okay, today is June 9th, 2017. I had a great watch list. If you want the watch list, go ahead and follow me on Twitter. You'll get the Twitter handle at the end of the video. The watch list is pretty much key to success when you get started on today. If you don't have the wrong, if you have the wrong tickers that you're watching, you'll never get big moves. To capture any type of profit because you got the wrong, following the wrong symbols. So I got a proprietary model to what I use as far as picking the stocks that I put on. You get 8 a day. Today I only traded 2. Sometimes I get traded 2 or 3, but today I got 2 of them off the list. Again, just follow me on Twitter or StockTwits, and you'll get those before the open. No later than 8:15 Central, 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. I played Vodafone, which is pay, and Indo International pharmaceutical deal, and ticker symbol ENDP. The Vodafone ticker is PAY, which is pay. See on the screen I have the Indo Pharmaceutical, Indo International PLC on the screen. I put a different type of screen on here. Normally I use the CCI indicator here because I'm following 6 different screens, and this one I'm going ahead and explain this today. So I talk about the Ichimoku cloud. I got an email about the cloud because I mention it all the time in the videos, and I never really showed that particular screen. So this is what I'm going to dissect today. I'm going to show this particular screen. Probably going to show this for the next week or so, just to get a familiarity, because it's kind of get mundane on the other screen of the CCI screen, because you can kind of see the same plays over and over again. It's really just a duplicate screen type plays, but the ticker symbol on a daily basis changes. So I'm going to start explaining this particular screen that I use. So ENDP, I got in at, what was the time on that? 9:30 actually. So I got in right at the open on this, and the field was at 12:20. So I got in right up in here 12:20 on the open, 1,000 shares, and then I closed those shares out at 12:11 on the next candle, which was here. So the close of this candle, right at the close, at the open of this candle, I went ahead and closed this out from here to here. I saw that, of course, we're above the cloud. Above the cloud normally is a buy, but because it was bad news, the FDA regulated it to do something. I knew it was going down. We had a down arrow and a bend here on the reverse engineering. Sometimes I use the reverse engineer on a different color. I use this one as a red on this particular cloud window, and it had the bend, so that was great. And I shorted it because we had this reverse engineering down and this other reverse engineering line up to the upside. So we had a cross going on. Because of that cross, I knew it was a short. So got in here at 12:20, closed out at 12:11 for a great gain. That was like 100 some bucks on that one. So 1,000 shares in, 1,000 shares out. That's the rationale on that trade. Now, of course, this popped up, which was great because I was already out of the trade. I should have re-shorted it once it got to 12:11 again, but I didn't. Had a lot of consolidation here. Once I saw the arrow down, I was looking for a bigger flush to the downside quicker. And it was, of course, I'm using the 3-minute bars here. So 3, 6, 9, 12. So it was well over 12. So I did not get back in. It flushed here. I was looking for that flush to happen sometime up in here. The squeeze, the TTM squeeze, it was already red, and I already had crossed the zero line. This negative on the TTM squeeze. So I was looking for the flush earlier, but it didn't happen. So I stayed away. I was watching another ticker, and the other ticker was pay. Let me put that up, PAY. And open it up so we can see. And this was an ideal type trade because it was below the cloud. So if I'm shorting, I want to be below the Ichimoku cloud. This is span A, this is span B. This first line here is at the top is span A, this bottom line is span B. I had a PPS arrow to the downside. We had the reverse engineering about to cross here, and I saw this was going up, this was going down, which is great. This is what I want to see. The squeeze happening from the pre-market squeeze This is a positive up, and this is a positive down. Once I saw a positive down right at the open at 9:30, my position got in at 9:35, which was in this candle here, because I was already into the endo pharmaceutical trade. I jumped into this next. I got my first fill at 17:27, which was the open of this candle right up in here, right at this tip. Once I got the 7:27 here, I closed this out, same bar at 17:12. About a minute later, right up in here, once I saw this was coming back on me, and it bottomed out at 16.95. So it was a great trade. Squeeze happened, so I got in from I see the squeeze, the TTM squeeze went from positive up, positive down, negative. Once I saw that negative happen, I got in, and then here it stretched a little further down as far as the squeeze was just happening. And then the next step down here, and it gave me a low bubble here. I knew to get out because no new low was happening. I went ahead and got out of the trade. So this is the ideal setup that I'm looking for on this particular screen. I'm looking at 6 screens simultaneously, all at once, with different indicators, technical indicators. All has to say the same thing. Once those indicators match, I'll go ahead and go in for the kill. Whether it be a buy or sell. Again, if it's above the cloud, I try to go long. If it's below the cloud, I really want to go short. The only reason I got into the Endo International was because of the FDA news, and I knew for sure that it was going to be going down just from experience. But 9 times out of 10, I wouldn't do that. So those are the 2 trades, and we'll put the P&L up, which was pretty good. 165 on the day. Here's the tickets. 1,000 in, 1,000 out. I already explained both of those trades. It's to pay 500 in, 500 out on pay, for a grand total of 165 on the day. So if you like this video, please click the subscribe button. I'm going to go through the rest of the screens that I'm using. Again, I use a total of 6 screens, but I just dissect one already on the CCI. I've been doing that for about a week now, probably well over a week. Now I'm going over the Ichimoku cloud screen, so I'm just going over this in more detail and the different names and different tickers throughout the week, coming week, that you'll see the same play over and over again, but the same result over and over again if you stick to the system. So of course, I'm using for my charting platform the TD Ameritrade. I'm executing on a different platform. So as I always say in party, to live is Christ and to die is gain.